Thank you.
Arigato.
Arigato. After 3 months of dieting, because we went on a really strict diet, so back in June, oh, was it June? Yeah, I was really big. I dropped about 50, 60 kilos, but I did a 65-day fast, a water fast, and the only thing I had for 65 days was green tea, 4 times a day, just trying to keep myself. I'm still going to the gym, but the problem was, when you're that big and you're this old, you tend to get really flabby. So I've had to hit the gym pretty hard after coming off the diet, and it was cathartic at best because obviously this is for my family members, so people just take what you need out of it. On my side of the family, Dad had dementia and early onset dementia, and obviously because of his alcoholism and heavy drinking over the years, it really took a toll on his life. And my biggest concern was, my really biggest concern was how he faded, and I just freaked out by that. And then I hit a wall around about May, and I just went. So we're seeing the doctors, giving myself lots of opportunities to discuss the diet. I cleaned it all out, cleaned my system out. The idea was that after 2 weeks, the visceral fat around the heart and the lungs and all the organs starts to disappear. And then the 3rd and 4th week is when it starts cleaning up all the capillaries and the blood flow around the brain. And the brain starts to reactivate again in certain parts. So all the plaque gets dissipated. And this is really amazing. So self-cleaning is autophagy, for want of a better word. So what I really wanted to say was the reason why I couldn't stand tea and I couldn't look at it was because of the fact that for months on end, even after, because you can't eat, you still have to only have tea and your body has to acclimatise. So it was bone broth for almost a month there, and that drove me batty. And then once I started training heavily, getting into the gym, getting my back sorted, and getting a shout out to Bostock, one of Australia's leading myotherapists, a beast of a human being, a man power lifts 500 kilos and took me apart piece by piece and put me back together again. And let me just say to you one thing: do not go there as a willing participant if you're not prepared for pain. So, shout out, mate. Thank you for everything. You did a great job on my back and my arms, and now I'm benching ridiculous amounts for my age, ridiculous amounts, squatting. It's just being an egomaniac mentioning the numbers. And being here is great because we join Anytime Fitness to be able to, and just a quick note, sidebar, if you are going to travel, you've got to exercise. Don't look at it as an extension of alcoholism or drinking or whatever. This is the idea that we can do any of this is the idea that we train every morning or we walk at least 10 Ks. That's the only way you can do this. Otherwise, you just turn into a loathsome potato. I mean, what I did notice about the diet that I did was I lost a lot of muscle mass. I mean, I lost a lot. I put on another 20 kilos back from eating and exercising because my muscle completely. I lost about 60% of my muscle mass just because of the diet, because I had to really be strict. And so all the protein was gone, stripped out of my body. So getting it back again, because it was a feat unto itself, but because I was so determined, I just really wanted to make sure that Amber had a good time. And this was really about us for the first time in years, being able to be both healthy together, to be able to travel. So again, as I said in my post, and this is really pretty much a wedding album that we're creating for ourselves, just to remember ourselves. So if early onset dementia does kick in, please no, God no, please. At least she can point at videos of me and her together and say, see, this is what you married. Look, this is what we did. So the Alpos is out there. Please get yourselves checked, please. Dad really went fast. It was ugly towards the end. The last 2 years were just horrible. Watching him slowly just fade was just. You can't wish that on anyone. Not someone that you care about. And he didn't help at all because he was a nut to begin with. So sometimes you had to sift between the madness and go, oh no, that's the dementia. No, that's him. No, that's that's him. I say that with true love. I mean, It was hard, and Mum put up with a lot, but she's come good because I've been cooking for her every day. The funny part was, when you're on this diet, you cook for everyone else, but you can't stand it. You can't eat because your appetite just totally disappears. So if you ever do it, it's recommended that you do 30 days for everyone's health once a year. It's really for your own body. It literally allows the body to re-heal. I really needed to say that, especially to my family overseas. Please get yourselves checked. That's it. Thanks.
いただきます。